Welcome back, everyone. Today we have a leader that I actually like a lot, but I haven't made a video on him because the first time that I tried him, it just didn't work at the beginning. That was a couple of weeks ago, and I got so frustrated with him that I just decided to put it aside and play it another time when I think about a better way to play him. And I think I found the card that makes this leader playable. So a couple of days ago, I was playing at locals, and I was playing Magellan, and this card just really impressed me again. I got like second on that tournament because like the leader was so good, and it was all because of this card. It's not really about the leader. It's not about literally anything else. It's just about Magellan as a card that is really on balance, on curve. If you don't see it on curve, then the card is mediocre. But on curve, this card is really, really strong, and being able to play this in this leader is what gives me the edge in many matchups. So that's what I wanted to try. If Magellan with the Kaido was good, and I'm surprised to say that it is actually very good. It is a viable strategy, and I'm still playing the 9-drop as the curve, the top finisher, what you want to ramp into. And King is just free. Like all these cards, basically what you're doing with the deck is using all these minuses effects to play your cards for one cheaper. So at the end of the game, what the leader becomes is, oh, I play my Magellan, use the ability to KO one of your cards, and then you attack with something else that you already have on the board, and they probably have to block, or you KO something on board, and basically you get your energy back. So all of these plays become one less energy that you use for it. So this one because of 4-drop, this one because of 4-drop, and this one because of 5-drop, basically. And this one is just really good with the leader. So that's what it becomes. The leader becomes, transform all of these cards into those type of effects, which is really nice. You basically get one energy back for free. So you're able to push harder with the leader because of that reason. And you also get to play some nice blue cards like Boa Hancock, and you get to play Love Beam. Those are the main two cards that you get on blue. This one is also good because 3 energy 4K blocker is really good in this format right now. And to make or Hannibal more consistent, I'm playing 18 impel down cards. It's gonna miss sometimes, but the only reason that I have him in the deck is so I can find my Magellan early on. So that's just the whole reason to play him and in the deck actually. And it's good against aggressive decks and the likes, but it's mainly just for that reason. I still like to play Domino because Domino is an underplay card when you're playing the Hannibal engine for what I've seen in other lists. And this card is just very good. Having a blocker that is searchable is still really, really, really good. And Shiryu synergizes very well with the leader because you can attach an energy, use the leader, get it back, and becomes a 3 energy play, and you can do it as early as turn 5. So it's really good when you're playing against Zoro and when you're playing against all these Winnie decks. And yeah, that's the deck. I really enjoyed it. Let's go see some gameplay. Alright, and we're gonna play against Luffy, and I keep because I have the Magellan. Again, that's the card that I built my deck around, and I have to, that's what I'm trying to do. So that's the card that I mulligan for. And going first, I have a blocker into a Magellan, so I feel fine. That King does mess up my plans a little bit. I'll play accordingly based on what he does, my opponent does. Since I am going first, I am not really stopping the 9-drop with the Magellan. So I'm not even sure I am going to do that, because it doesn't really stop anything unless I have 2 of them. But let's see what happens here. Okay, so he plays the Atmos. Atmos is a really good card, and I think I want to try to remove it with my King next turn and also ramp, so I can eventually play my Kaido and also use the ability. And I don't want to minus my energy too much, so I will play the Boa this turn and try to get there with like not minus my energy this turn. It's gonna benefit him more if I minus my energy. Then I'm trying to get to the 9-drop this game fast, because that's what I need to do against the Whitebeard leader. Like, Magellan is only good if I'm stopping the 9-drop, and that only works if going first if I have 2 of them. Going second, it doesn't really work that well. So I have to play based on those assumptions. And then here he attacks for 6. I'm able to block that one, and I'm for 7 block that one, and for 6 I am able to combo that one. Now the second Magellan here is kind of late to the party, but at least I'm gonna be able to attack with both my boa and my leader, take some cards out of my opponent's hand, and force them to attack my boa, and that's fine. That just gives me more time. If he has a jet pistol here, I mean, that's fine. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. Oh, he had the Whitebeard card. So he's playing kind of he's playing my list, actually. I think pretty much all the cards that he's played. Oh, he doesn't have 2Ks. That is important information here. 7 is fine. I'll just let it die. I'm not gonna out combo that one. It's gonna die anyway, and then I'm just putting myself in a worse spot. Like having no cards that I can. If I combo out of that one, then I'm not gonna have cards that I can combo with eventually, and that's gonna be really bad for me. I'll take 8, as I don't want to really a combo out of 8. Now I'm at 9 energy, so I don't want to use the Kaido this turn, but I will, however, try to force him to use the Marco, so I can ramp. And he didn't use it, so I will be attacking with my Kaido for 7 again. I just want to force the Marco out of him so I can ramp. So yeah, the best thing I can do is play the Marco and play the Magellan now. Because now if he does play the 9-drop, so I'm gonna attack for 7 here. See what he wants to do. Now I do get to ramp for free if he does block. Okay, so he doesn't want to give me the free ramp. But I will get to use my Magellan's effect either way, and I'm gonna go to 10 energy either way next turn. Now he plays the 9-drop, but he's gonna be completely tapped out when he does so. So that's advantage to me for sure. And here he attacks for 8. I cannot combo with the Judgment. But then if I do Judgment, I won't be able to do the 9-drop next turn. So I decide to do the Love Beam instead. And then King do attacks at my King. I think that was a poor choice. I think he should have gone after my leader. But, I mean, we gotta capitalize on that small misplay here. And we get to KO the Kindu and attack for 7 at my at the leader. If he does block with the Marco, then I get to attack it with my other 2 cards that are less than 7k. If he doesn't block with the Marco, then I'll attack for 10, and then I'll attack for 7 with my leader, and that should be just fine. So either way, I'm guaranteed to get some value here. Okay. He combos out of that one, and then I'll attack with the Kaido. He blocks out of that one, so he can bring it back. And then he attacks at the... I will attack at the Marco. He just keeps bringing it back, but then I get a free bring back to the field. And then I'll attack for 7, because he has to have another Whitebeard card instead of a 2k to save it. And yeah, he doesn't have it. So I am pretty okay right now. My board is very scary to where he doesn't... He has to keep going, and it seems like this is my list. I was the one playing the Ura, so I believe he's just playing my list. He gives something minus 2k. In this case, it is the 10k. But I'm okay with that. If he destroys my 10k, that doesn't really affect me much, really. I will protect my 6 drop if he attacks it though. I mean my 6k, my Magellan. And he does decide to attack it. No, he attacks my leader now. Well, now it's too late, but I will take that one. I have blockers now. I have a good enough offense here. I should be able to win. And if I don't win this turn necessarily, I will put him in a spot where I'm gonna play probably 2 blockers, and he won't be able to stop me then. Like, he won't be able to push through that. And I will put him to 1 at the very least. So, however, I am gonna test what he wants to do. I'm gonna attack for 5 here at the leader. If he wants to out combo the leader, then I get to KO the Whitebeard for free, and then I can maybe do something else and survive next turn for sure, and just play a blocker and just be okay with that. He's not gonna be able to win from there, because I also have the Judgment. And I can draw a card with the boa if anything happens. And I have enough counter power to where none of this is going to be an issue. But that's what I'm trying to see what my opponent wants to do. Because he took that one, then I will attack for 7 and see if he wants to out-combo that one. And again, I'm still in the same spot where if he out-combos out of this one with 2 cards, then I might be able to KO the Whitebeard, play a blocker, and be fine for the turn. But he doesn't have it, so then now even if he has a Radical Beam and 2/2Ks, which I highly doubt it because he would have a combo out of something, then I get to just go for game here, because it doesn't matter if he does have that perfect hand. It's still only 14, and 14 just gets beaten by this. It's not even 14, I'm sorry, that's only 13. So you still need another 2k to be able to get out of this one. And that's just not possible. So yeah, it was a nice game for me. I wasn't able to play back-to-back Magellan, but was still able to win the game. Alright, and we're gonna play against Z. And I have my my Magellan after Mulligan, and I'm going first. So this is the matchup that I want to see this card actually. Because if he destroys my Magellan, I am okay with that. And if he doesn't, it's another piece of pressure that is gonna pressure for 7k every turn. And that's just what I want to be doing in this matchup for sure. And now, because I'm going first, it also disrupts my opponent's curve. And I'm gonna give my opponent the benefit of like not blocking for free and just making a mistake, which he does. I don't know exactly what he was thinking I was gonna do. But I will give him the opportunity to make a misplay here, and that's fine. If he does, then I have to capitalize on those mistakes always. That's how you win games. You just capitalize on the mistakes of the opponent. And here, Magellan, however, he attacks me for 9. That's fine. I'll take it. That's not a problem. Again, I am a player who feels comfortable at 2 life. As long as I can maneuver my my plays correctly. Now he's out comboing out of everything, and that's not always good. Like, he does need cards to discard to some of his KO effects, unless he's playing like a King version where he doesn't need to use the hand as much. But he's not. He's playing as a Katsuki version, and deeping into your hand, like comboing too much out of your hand, is an issue when you are like being pressured at this point, for example. And I think he has to take an L here and attack my Magellan. That's the only way that he can keep himself into this game. If he attacks my leader, that's gonna be a mistake. But even if he attacks the Magellan, I get to combo out for free, because I am not gonna let it die. Now it's a free pressure that I have. Like, it was more impactful last turn. If he wanted to KO it, then it would have been really impactful, because it takes his whole turn and then he puts it back 1 turn. But now it's not as impactful. It's still impactful if he wants to kill it, but if he wants to kill it, he has to actually devote some energy into KOing it. And I'm fine if he does it in that case. However, here I want to save my energy, as he doesn't have too many cards in hand, and I actually want him to maybe play as Akatsuki. Just keep depleting his hand, and letting him just strangle himself out of the game. But however, he didn't have it. I don't think he would have played the queen over the Sakatsuki here. That's probably the only way that he wins this matchup here. He attacks for 7. I kind of combo that one, and I will, because now we're getting to that stage where it could be important that I out-combo out of this attack. Here, I'll combo a 5. I want to save my queen, so even though he attacked for 5, I do want to save my queen for next turn. As next turn, I'm going to be able to KO some of his cards. He needs to out-combo out of them. And he attacks for 5, and I use my Love because it's going to be hard to keep it up. But now I draw the best card that I could have drawn here, which is the 9-drop. Allows me to deal with the queen, and definitely just deal with the board here. And I'm going to be able to draw another card with Boa. This is one is definitely going to die. Maybe he should have sacrificed the blocker, trying to keep that one alive. The 7-drop was the only way that he could have won. Now, Borsalino is just a defensive card at this point, and because I have already won the board, you should be looking to close the game quickly. And Borsalino is not a card that is going to close the game. It's going to give you one more turn, but one more turn doesn't do enough if you don't have a way to close the game. So he needed. Okay, so he was. I guess he was playing for the 10-drop, but even then the 10-drop doesn't really do enough here. Yeah, it KOs one, and I guess he can KO my other one with the leader. But then he goes back 4 energy, 6 energy actually, because of the Magellan effect. And I am okay with that. Here I will out-combo, however, because I have to out-combo the 10-drop at some time. And yeah, I have to be careful with that. I will attack for 6 here, hoping that he blocks so I can ramp for free. I'm probably gonna ramp for free anyway. 6, he doesn't block. 7, he doesn't block, I believe. Yeah, okay. And then 10, he has to block, and I get to ramp for free. I play my queen, use the Dawn, get this card, one of the 1Ks here, and just end my turn. Now he has to deal with at least 3 cards, and that's not always that simple. Playing the second Kusan is just admitting defeat here. Because I can just go 15 at the leader. Well, I probably don't have 15. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So actually, yeah, I can just go 15 at leader and just win the game. It really doesn't matter. And I think, and I can just protect my board here. I'm just waiting for the end here. It's over. He does have the queen effect, so he's gonna attack my my Magellan. I'll use the judgment, but I didn't really have to use it, as but at least it gives me another way to win the game. As it doesn't matter, because if I let it die, I attack with 15 with the leader, and if I don't let it die, I attack with 14 with the Magellan. So it really doesn't matter much. I guess it's 1 more K, but either way, with 3 cards he cannot combo 15. So yeah, that was the game. Alright, then we're gonna play against Garp, and we mulligan for the best card in the deck, of course, is Magellan. And in this matchup is gonna be really good, because this deck has a lot of removal. So being able to play Magellan is gonna be very, very important. A threat that cannot be easily removed. I mean, if they remove it, I'm just gonna be able to just get 2 energy back for free. Like, they're gonna minus 3 energy, I'm just gonna minus 1. So that's very good for me. 5. I'm thinking of not taking this one. The reason I don't take damage early on against this deck is because all his effects include him taking putting energy into his leader. So he's gonna actually hit very hard. And I don't want to take damage early on, just because of that reason. I would usually just take 1 or 2 damage, as I think that's the correct way to play any deck actually. In this matchup, it is a bit different. You do have to be careful with the leader ability. He does KO my Magellan, but at doing so, like, he's gonna lose two Dawn here, and losing 2 Dawn does allow me, like, he basically outcomboed that attack for free, and he's 1 Dawn behind now. I'll take the first damage because I don't want to combo one of my 2Ks, and I'll just combo the 1K that I got here. I'm gonna attack for 6K here because if he outcombos it, I still do get to do a different play. But if he doesn't outcombo it, I get to ramp him for free, and I get to play a 6-drop king for free. So my deck is functioning how it's supposed to function. On my opponent's deck, I have flipped the script on my opponent. He has more cash in hand than I do, but I have a good threat on board that he has to, like, do a lot to just try to get rid of it. And he's attacking for 8. He doesn't have enough energy for Kobe. He doesn't have enough energy for anything really. I don't think he can kill my king here. So he doesn't, so I get to have 1 turn with my king untapped. And I'm gonna attack for 7s as I know he wants to block out of that one, and I get to ramp for free. And I keep enacting my game plan, so I'm getting faster to where I want to be. And I look at the top 5 here, and I see 1 Kaido, and I know next turn I'm gonna go into 10 energy. So this is great. Whatever he plays, I'm gonna be able to kill it, KO it. And then after all of that, I'm gonna be able to just get a queen going, and that's really good. And I have 2 blockers here, and they're gonna be annoying for my opponent. So if he uses his ability to get energy to attack, I'm gonna be able to block them for free, and that's perfectly fine with me. Here my opponent decides to KO my blocker, as I think he's deciding that this is a race and not a maybe I don't know. I mean, I think this is incorrect, but I will combo 6 out of this one. Although now, hindsight is 2020, I didn't know he was gonna keep up energy. I would have attack, I would have block, but that's fine. That forces, if he wants to do the palm, it's fine. It's not the biggest deal. He didn't do anything else, and I have the biggest board here than him. Have more cards in hand, have a bigger board, and I'm okay. I'm in a good spot right now. My opponent, however, he could try to KO my king now. I would assume he's gonna put him to 0 or whatever number, use a kill spell, and then attack my leader. Put me to 1 maybe. Let's see if that's the case. No, he attacks the king, and I'm gonna let it die because he already put it too low that if I defend the king and then he plays a KO spell, then I'm really, like, that could be really not beneficial for me. But here I get to attack for 8. If he wants to block, I get to ramp for free, and I don't really have a play that I want to make either way. However, because he took this damage, and if he does get to KO my king, my Kaido, for some reason, I don't have enough pressure to go for game. Like if he goes Zuru into the leader into a removal spell, then he has a blocker for my Kaido, and then things could get dicey if I don't play Asari to be able to attack. Now, could I have played the Mihawk? I could, but I did also want to keep up my my 2 energy Hell's Judgment. So I'm okay with either result here. As this is fine. If he's not removing my Kaido, that's just gonna be a good enough pressure for next turn. And I feel okay here in this spot. Okay, so he plays a Kusan. Kusan is the avenue that he will have to KO my Kaido. So, and he has 2 blockers. I could attempt to go for game, but he's also keeping 2 energy up. I don't wanna to play too much into that. However, I will use my queen because I know he has to block with one of the Borsalinos, and I just get to ramp back for free. Attacking for 8. I fully expect him to out combo out of this one. With the palm, I couldn't play around the palm because, I mean, I was just playing around the fact that he had removal for the Kaido last turn. This turn, I just cannot play around the palm. However, he out combos out of that one, doesn't use a palm. If maybe he doesn't have one, I wouldn't know at this point. But I'm okay with this result. I have 3 attackers now, so I don't fear much. I don't think there is one card that can actually flip the script with some little cards in hand. So I feel confident on this matchup right now. He is going after my queen. I would assume he is going to... What possible solution can he possibly have? He needs like multiple removal spells, like the meteor. But even then, even if he has all the removal spells, I have him in a... You have to block my leader, and I can just play something else and keep up the judgments. And I don't think he can deal the damage to put me to 0 to 1. Like here, I just block and combo at 2, and I feel okay. And he just, there's nothing that else that he can do here. Like he could attack my queen for a big number, but I still have the judgment, so that's just not gonna work. He attacks the Kaido. Well, it won't gonna work even less. He plays a blocker and has a palm again. That's what he's saying. But this time I will attack for 5 because he only has 2 cards in hand. So if he wants to tap the blocker, I am perfectly fine with that. If he wants to combo a 5k, I'm also okay with that. And he just decides to block. So that's a perfect outcome for me. And then this way I also play around the palm. Now for 7, he has to... Okay, so he did have it this time, the impact wave. And yeah, but this is not enough anymore. So for attack for 8, and then if he blocks, I attack for 10, and he only has 1 card. So it didn't matter how... He was not going to defend this turn. That is for sure. Alright. And it's been a while since I played this deck. This leader at least. I just forgot how much fun you have playing this leader. It is something that people are not expecting, and if you want to have fun in your locals, you can definitely bring this, and you're gonna have success if you know how to play the deck. But also, it's just a surprise. The surprise factor can get anyone, and yeah, I mean, if you enjoy playing Kaido, there is a way to play, and I think the Magellan engine is the way to play the deck for sure. With that being said, thank you all for watching. Have a good day.